That was intense. Fine, listen. Yes, I made mistakes in my life, just as everyone does, and I'll have to live with them till the end of my days. Which is, truth be told, also one of the reasons Leaf and I left Araziel to come here. But whatever we did, what this witch did was worse by far. Well, honestly, no idea. Leaf, I just can't believe all this really happened. I keep on hoping it was all a bad dream. Probably, yes. That is... here. This is all I have with me right now, but I guess I owe it to you. Anyway, I guess I have to put my thoughts in order. Leaf, she needs a proper burial. We should have never taken this job. Yes. Yes.
Hear my words, O path-abiding people of this holy city. Many of you may have heard it already. There's war in Kira.
My sir? They just sit on their asses and things settle.
Yes. Did you get a chance to look for my mother yet? A wild mage? Okay. I don't know what you're hoping to get from this, but if this is a joke, it's far below tasteless. Get out of my house. Now. Or I'll get the guards.
Yes? Eyes have already
Comes the point. You just have to live with it.
Fruit, vegetables, bread, fresh from the oven. For sale.
If it's clam and fish, see.
I just don't see the fucking point.
Ah, you're a day laborer, aren't you? Poor you. I know how much convincing it takes for old Mendelez to give you a proper job. But it's your lucky day. I actually have something. Yesterday, I lost me necklace here, somewhere in the trading post. It's small and silver-coloured, and it's very important to me. I wanted to go looking myself, but I'm lucky if I find time to breathe with all that work we have to do. What do you say? Find that necklace for me, and I'll tell Mendelez what a great addition to the sickle you'd be. Darling, if I did, I wouldn't need your help finding it, would I? That's a deal. Good luck.
The light fades away at the end of the day.
Walk blessed.
She-Ra.
Show me. Well, I'll be damned. You found it. Where was it? Aha. However it got there. Anyway, thanks a bunch. Mendelis will only hear the best from me.
Huh? Yes, you can. Take these papers here to the farmer. Eljas Goodwill. That saves me the cost of a courier. Doesn't matter. Just hurry. He works at Borik's farm on the farmer's coast. Fair skin and orange hair. You can't miss him. Good luck.
Walk blessed, friend. Where are you headed?
Excellent. Many thanks, monsieur.
Hear my words, O path-abiding people of this city. A miracle has happened.
You're not from here, are you? I heard you talk.
Has returned. Yes.
Hungry for arcane secrets? I have books, scrolls, potions, vegetables, anything bread fresh from the oven. Treat yourself.
Your son returned to his position as Grand Master. The Shadim tradition.
Can I help you?
Walk blessed.
Huh? Yes, you do. Thanks for helping.
War on Nerum. War on Kile. Red madness. The fuck is wrong with this world?
She-Ra.
Blessed, my sir.
Oh, you want to impress good old penny pouches, don't you? Hey, there is something you can do for me. Just in front of the trading post, there's an old beggar. He stinks like a bloody vater and keeps on asking every passerby for money. So he'll be hard to miss. Get rid of him, and I'll tell our quartermaster what a good fit for Sickle you are. Hey, but they lack the firm hand it takes to deal with scum like that. All they do is scold him a little, and the next day he'll be right back on our doorstep. I don't know, best give him a good beating or something like that. You look as if you could do that. Well, good luck with that, especially since the beggar doesn't even exist. I, for my part, will speak out against you when Penny Pouches asked me. If you ask me, the last thing the Sickle needs these days are more ruffians of your kind. If you're so eager to beat up people, then go talk to Rolata. We don't want you. Now let me get back to work. There's much to do.
Oi, you're a traveller, aren't you, my sir? Just a... Sorry, no. But thanks. Ask the others. Ah, you're Neremise, aren't you? I know that accent. People say your country has been reunited again. But apparently the one who's now ruling it is a monster. He burns down temples and crucifies priests. That's insane, isn't it?
Huh?
War on Nerum. War on Kile. Red madness. The fuck is wrong with this world?
Walk blessed. Let's see. Doria said you're honest and not afraid to get your hands dirty. Yeah, that means something. Gunham said you're all right. I suppose that's as much of a compliment as you can get from him. Old Rogosh said you'd be better off in the bash hole. No recommendation from him. Well, that's two voices against one. Not a stellar result, but a good one. You seem to be reliable, and we always have use for reliable people. And don't get me wrong, I know you're not here out of neighborly love, but to make money. But still, we can use you. You can start as soon as you want to. Yes? Why, of course. Tomorrow you can move into the guild's house and Mal DeLorean will come to wash your feet. I like you, you know that? You're still so green and honest. That's a rare sight in this trade. If you're after the badge, yes. But you don't seem like the merchant type to me. Well, that's not a problem, however. With the right attitude, maybe you could reach the rank of vassal, or even protector. But that's a long way up. Regard the holy dealings of the sickle, of course. Only a fool would send a caravan through the powder desert without a proper escort, and reliable mercenaries are as rare as a talking Leorin. But that's what vassals and protectors are for. But let's not get carried away, shall we? If you're really planning to get hired as a vassal, you'll need to do more than run a few errands. Well, aren't you eager? But it's your lucky day. There is something. But be warned, you'll have to earn your money this time. Well, that'll need a bit of explaining first. As you may already know, a good merchant doesn't depend only on himself, but also on his suppliers. Well, the best skinner's nothing without fur. The best baker's nothing without flour. And that is the problem. Helga Hafner is a farmer who's been producing grain for the sickle for 10 years now. Since 2 moons ago, however, his fields lie fallow. Right, but I need someone who can do it discreetly, which makes you the perfect fit for this task. Hafner doesn't know you, and he must not find out that we sent you. Because we suspect that his fields will stay barren permanently, whatever's causing it. He denies it, but we have to know. And that is your job. Handle it properly, and it won't be to your disadvantage. Kill the contract, of course. A farmer who doesn't deliver is of no worth to us. It does, unfortunately. That's what I wanted to hear. Do you have a map? Now here, that's where you'll find his farm. And again, stay low. Walk blessed.
Walk blessed, friend. Where are you headed?
What? Who are you? You shouldn't be here. This is my property. Borik's farm? Just go south from here. It's not far. I have to go. Walk blessed.
Even if you kill the mother shroom, the spores will stay in Hafner's soil. For the next 10 years, at least. Hopefully longer. Menhir. Menhir Harius. But that doesn't matter anymore. No one will remember me a few moons from now. Aye. Well spotted. So, go ahead. Take me in, beat me up, whatever. Hope you feel good about it. Aye. And I would do it again. Let this fucking son of a Vatir starve to death. And his children, too. That's the good thing about the Golden Sickle, you know. As path-abiding and pious as they pretend to be, in the end they only care about the coin. To what end? I bet you've got it all figured out by now, haven't you? The evil Eterna ruined the pious farmer. What did he tell you, huh? Malphas punishes me for me sins? That stunt has always worked well for him, even back then. Hafner, he pretends to be a stupid farmer, but he isn't. Not at all. Yes, I know him. We both grew up at the farmer's coast, and it's where we'll die. A little earlier than I thought, but still. That's a nice word for it. I take it you know everything has gone to shit around here over the past 2 years, with all these brigands, the animals, and the living dead. Well, guess what? It's us farmers who feel it the most. And even worse, with every caravan that gets robbed, the craftsmen inside the city put less trust in us small men and prefer to buy from Borek with his well-armed, escorted caravans instead. I'm getting there. You see, Borek undoubtedly saw the situation we were in, and in its infinite benevolence, offered us a deal. The 2 most productive farmers can transport their goods through his caravan for a small fee. Elegonus Brewstrong was one of them, and the other one was, or should have been, me. Aye, he did. And I would have never let him down, for fuck's sakes. I would have shared me place in the caravan with him like friends do. Aye, we would have made no fortune that way, but still. It would have been enough for us and our families to survive on. But no, 50-50 wasn't enough for that scum. So what does that son of a Vatir do? Poisons me cattle. That fucking bastard poisons me cattle. That miserable pissbag didn't even bother to deny it. Sorry, Menhir, that's just how the world works. But of course, that's only what he said to me. To everyone else, he was so sorry for what had happened to me. Drastic. Aye, that's one way to put it. For 6 months now, we haven't sold anything. But, you know, that isn't even the worst part. The worst part is to go begging with me children and me woman knowing it, while Hafner lives on like just before. The god responsible for the farmer's coast is made up of a half a dozen simpletons, all of whom Hafner knows far too well for them to believe me. It would have been pointless. It took me a long time to do this, and it has cost me. But still, it was worth it. Just to see that fucking smile wiped off his face. The spores. I'm no arcanist, but they've taken their toll on me too. Me sight has gotten worse, and I've had these headaches for weeks now. But still, that's a small price to pay for justice. If you're really stupid enough to believe that, go ahead. I don't give a shit. There's only one way to end this. You're full of surprises, I'll give you that. But just how are you planning on doing that? Hafner is so good at lying he could put a Chilean to shame. And I have no proof for what he's done to me cows. He, on the other hand... Good luck with that. But... Alright, I'll come with you. If not for you, then for me children. Back there, there's a trapdoor. It will lead us outside. Go if you're ready. I'll follow.
But that's a lie. Mynheer, what's gotten into you? I thought we were friends.
Well, lie or not, I don't see what that changes about the situation you're in. Hafner, you won't be able to deliver anytime soon.
Hello.
Our cooperation is over.
But... No, this is not fair. How can you say the sickle respects the righteous path, and at the same... time let me fall victim to this intrigue. What about me kids? Me wife? What am I supposed to tell them?
You fucking liar!
Put that away, now!
You're a disgrace.
What in Malthus's name has gotten into you, Mynheer? I just don't understand.
These farmers are your employees, Contour Master. What do you want me to do? Decide or I'll take in both of them.
What? But...
Shut up!
As I said, you won't be able to deliver anytime soon, Hafner. We'll have to look for another supplier. Curious, you said your cows are all dead?
Aye.
The sickle will provide you with a loan. 500 pennies. Go see Landlord Boric with the money, and he will sell you new cattle.
What?
We will expect your first delivery 2 moons from now. You will sell it to us at half price for the next 3 years. After that, we will see. My dame, take Hafner into custody and see what there is to Hurius' story. The sickle will cover your expenses for this.
Understood. And Tyrrheus? If he really did poison Hafner's field, he should face the tribunal for that.
Well, that's for you to decide. But we don't yet know what drove Hurius to do it. But everybody knows what the spores can do to your sanity. And plus, if Hafner really did poison his cows, the tribunal might consider a mild sentence. For now, just take Hafner.
All right. Hurrius, you will hear from us. Hafner, come with me.
But you can't do this. I have a family.
Do I have to force you?
It won't end like this, Mynheer. I swear it.
Actually, it will.
Why have you done this?
Don't ask. And don't think this is over. You will face consequences for what you've done. But still, if your story turns out to be true, I'm sure the sentence will be mild. Now go back to your farm. You will hear from us about the loan.
Aye. Thank you, my sir. I will not forget what you've done.
One word. Why? I applaud your heroism. But you were paid to find the cause of the barrenness and report back to me, not to play Lorem Waterblade. If you really plan on advancing in the sickle, you should leave your ideals elsewhere. This is business, nothing more. You'll get half your normal pay. You may think that, yes. But until the deal with Hurius bears fruit, it will cost us dearly. Plus, until he's able to deliver, we will have to buy from Landlord Boric again, and he charges twice as much as the small farmers do. We lost, full scale. My benevolence? You know what? You might be right about that. All right, you will get paid in full this time. But try to leave your goodwill elsewhere next time. There's no place for it in our trade, unfortunately. Let's talk back at the trading post.
Hear my words, O path-abiding people of this holy city. Rumors circulate.
Can I help you?
Horrible events of the past.
Who are you?
Yes? Now, if it isn't the hero of the Farmer's Coast. The Hurius story turned out to be true. Hafner really did poison his cows. The stable boy saw him do it, but was too afraid to report it. So, in case you really do care, Curious will make it back into business, thanks to you. Anyway, concerning your question, yes, there is more to do. Uncomplicated work, good pay. Interested? Well, it's simple. At the moment, there's a caravan on its way to Ark, carrying Duneville fruit and peaceweed. I need you to deliver a message to the caravan's leader, Rhodos. Then report back to me. That's it. That Skerrig men wear no underclothes when they venture into battle. I want you to deliver the message, not ponder on its contents. Understood? Well, that's up to you to find out. They should be on the Penny Road by now. Just a couple of days' ride from Ark. Just follow the road. You'll find them eventually. Good luck.
Hey! You're an adventurer, aren't you? Have you been to... How do they say it?
Well, there comes a point. You just have to live with it.
Ahoy. Huh? Can I help you? Savakurim, Alex!
Brass.
Never that. lords, O path-abiding people of this holy city. Many of you may have heard it already. There's war in Kieran.
Can I help you? Hungry for arcane secrets? I have books.
Yes? I beg your pardon? Wait. Again, from the beginning. By the righteous path. That I mean, the Guildmaster must learn of this at once. And, wait, what did you say these assassins look like? Huh. Was their armor all black? And did they speak a language that sounded like gibberish to you? Petrified. By Malthus. Well, this is worse than I expected. The hired killers, the best of their kind. Have you never heard of them? Apparently their temple, as they call it, or their headquarters, is on a small island called Milea, a deserted city. But now is not the time for history lessons. Whoever has enough money to hire the petrified is dangerous. Very dangerous. I don't like your tone. But if your life depends on it, no, it wasn't. And yes, I was afraid something might happen, but nothing like this. The entire caravan murdered. By the Seven, this is bad. As I said, Guildmaster DeLorean needs to learn about this. Did you find anything on the corpses? Documents, perhaps? Rhodos's amulet. Oh, by Malthus. DeLorean will not like this. Give it to me. The Guildmaster will want to have it. Give me back that letter. Well, we have to make sure it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. Is that so? Oh, fair enough. I think the circumstances are a good enough excuse. Here, take this. It's a paycheck, and you can hand it in at the bank. Now, excuse me. I have to make some arrangements. Oh, by the Seven, this is not going to be pleasant.
Hey! You're an adventurer, aren't you? Have you been to... Oh, how did I say it?
Due to its sheer glory, brought forth by Malthus himself.
Walk blessed, my sir. How can Sylvan and friends serve you today? Penny pouches. So that old man found himself a new errand boy, did he? Show me. Yes, this looks solid indeed. Here is your money.
Can I help you?
Walk blessed. It's good to see you.
Now, if it isn't the hero of the hour. Word of the stunt you pulled with those petrified got around. Mael DeLorean himself wishes to see you. I strongly assume he's planning to hire you as a protector. Congratulations on that. Oh, you did? I'm impressed. Particularly since he's the Grandmaster of this guild. In the guild house, just on the other side of the street. Now hurry, he doesn't like to be kept waiting. If that's what snappy sounds like to you, maybe you should consider a change of profession. I heard the bathing house is still looking for harlots. Oh, there is no problem. At least not a problem that needs resolving. Let me put it this way. I'm impressed by how you, without a moment's hesitation, used the tragic events at the caravan site for your own advantage. But I guess that's just how this world works. Business is business. Forget about it. You wouldn't understand even if I told you. Walk blessed.
Oh, hello.
Have you heard the news about the Magister?
What
Lord
blessed,
has
my
it that
sir?
he murdered 30 novices, then killed himself up in the temple.
What blessed, my sir?
By Malphus, what has become of the world?
Watch yourself.
A
The
foreigner,
streets aren't
huh?
safe
What a
this time of the day.
surprise.
You're the guy who found the caravan, right? Go on in. The guildmaster is waiting for you.
Take a seat. Good. Thank you for coming. I'm Mael Deloren, by my path, Guildmaster of the Golden Sickle. What is your name? Well met, I'll be frank. You're an outlander, and that makes you pathless. And I'm sure you know by now that the Golden Sickle is more than just a band of merchants. It's a citadel of traditional values in a time when they hardly exist anymore. Still, I believe that everyone has the right to prove themselves, pathless or not. And when you fought those assassins, you did just that, even though you were too late. So, as promised, I'll make it short. I want to promote you to the rank of Protector. That sounds just like him. You know, there were times when Mindalus was young and full of ideals. But his behavior these days continues to remind me that those times are long past. I suppose he thinks your promotion is unfair to the other recruits. But you're fit for the task. Even he should see that. It does. But the circumstances are anything but ordinary. How? With floors made of marble and statues of gold? This is not a brothel for nobles. It's a place of work. And in my experience, that kind of nonsense does one thing above all else: distract. The same as working for the trading post, only you will no longer have to waste your skills on running errands. You promise to honor the principles of the Golden Sickle, and to never act out against it or its members. In return, you will be granted a good pay and path-abiding honest work. Work that other outlanders would give their left hand for, if I may say that. You don't have to be. You help the Sickle when it needs help, and you get paid. That's it. Good. Can you read and write? Excellent. This contract contains what we expect from you in written form. Read it, sign it, and then we can start. Yes? Excellent. Then we can start right away. Are you ready for your first assignment as a protector? Before I tell you, I have to ask you something. Are you familiar with the Blue Islands Coalition? The Blue Islands Coalition is a league of powerful merchants from the belt of Killet. I take it you've heard about the civil war on Killet. It has been going on for 2 years now. Recently, the Council of Elders, which is made up of mostly wealthy merchants in Killet, succeeded in restoring rudimentary order. That is, if a dictatorship by those cutthroats can be called order. Blasphemous rumors about the supposed death of the Lightborn. It's ridiculous when you say it out loud like that. But the Killayans never were a God-fearing people to begin with. I suppose some of the elders were behind those rumors. They wanted all the power for themselves, so they spread a rumor that the gods were dead, and that it was time for a new order to arise. At first it was just a few remaining servants of the Lightborn against the usurpers. Then the latter started turning on each other. Thousands of people died. Although the Killayans brought this upon themselves, it's still a tragedy. It affects trade. Since the Civil War, the prices for spices, cane sugar, and Kilayan cloth have exploded. And while some might profit from this, most merchants don't. But this situation should settle down now that the war is over, and it's not the topic of this discussion. I need you because some days ago an emissary of the Blue Islands Coalition arrived in Ark. Yes, but it's no ordinary visit. We'll talk of that later. I don't. But that's a different story. I want you to meet this emissary and give him this letter. It's a written invitation to come to the guild's house for dinner. We are talking about a representative of one of the world's most powerful merchant guilds. This is not an ordinary errand. Well, finding that out will be part of your job. But I suppose he's somewhere in that city where there are colorful clothes and shining jewels. Kilayans are drawn to that kind of flashiness like children to sweets. Now go. Come back to me once you've delivered the message.
Mm-hmm.
He no talk to Dul. He not bad. Talk to others. Emissary. He talk about the jam? The jam not here. The jam other place. Perhaps Dul can remember, but he needs to help his memory. Dul's memory old and full of holes. Like cheese. He right, but sailor life is rough, and the sea winds blow with thoughts just like that. Dul heard that pennies can help, but Dul not knows if true. Ha! He very generous. And look, memories come back. The Jamel went bathing in house with many waters. He look there. He has what he came here for. Go now. Leave Dul alone.
Monsieur? Yes?
Hear my words, O path-abiding people of this holy city. Rumors circulate.
Walk blessed. Has my sir come to indulge in the hot springs of the Larkses? Or is my sir simply looking for a place to forget about life's daily sorrows? In either case, he will be required to pay a toll of 57 pennies. Unfortunately, a man with such a name is not known to me. Unfortunately, a man with such a name is...
Let me
Greetings.
I'll pay.
You should cover yourself.
Let's sit downstairs, shall we? I want to indulge in these beautiful springs for as long as I can. As far as I know, yes. Déjà emissary Blue Islands Coalition and newcomer to this wonderful city. But let's take the options for later, shall we? It's clear. It does. Come down. What is it? Are you coming? Depends on the business, I guess. So, I take it you're the welcoming party from the Sickle, am I right? I was told someone would contact me as soon as we landed, but for the past 2 days, no one has. I thought I might as well take a look around the city. Even though this city has certainly seen better days, at least according to the gossip. Red madness, lost ones in the forests, crazed brigands. Phew! I'm sure they have their reasons. I have. But I've been warned that this Deloran is a... how shall I say... a complicated character. I'm important, and I'll let you feel just how important by letting you wait. But who cares? Once an idiot, always an idiot. Now, aren't you curious? But fine, why not? We want to buy an artifact from the Sickle. An ancient and powerful one. One of unmatched value. 2 golden testicles from a Vatir, each of them weighing 3 pounds. Sorry, I just had to. Jokes aside, I would be a bad merchant if I went around gossiping with confidential information, wouldn't I? Don't take it personally. Show me. Formal supper in the guild's house with Deloran himself. Oh my, this is going to be an evening full of jesting and good humor. You can tell Deloran I'll be there. Thanks for delivering the message. Charming. Ah, one more thing before you go. You're Enderal. I've heard that accent before, but I just can't put my finger on it. Where are you from? Of course, that was it. And how is it that a traveler like you is now running errands for the Golden Sickle? Uh-huh. Anyway, good luck with whatever you do next. Ah, and if you're in the mood for it, apparently there's a Chilean minstrel group in this city, and they perform in the tavern just next to the bathing house. I'll stay there for the time being, and I wouldn't mind a good chat. Now, aren't you subtle? Then walk blessed, as people here like to say.
Dark as the sun.
Now, look at that. You came. Didn't think you would. So, what's your take on this contemporary sample of Chilean dancing? You think so? I've seen better, but she's not bad, that's true. Anyway, how about a sip of wine? Rounds are on me.
The best wine in all of Enderal. Come, give it a try.
Malthus blessings, monsieur. Are you looking for something to read?
Come, take a seat. So, before we move on to more pleasant topics, here, I owe you this. Well, I heard that Duel, one of our sailors, successfully pulled the "I only stupid Chilean" stunt on you. It's not the first time he's done that, but since we're out to do business together, getting diddled by one of my men isn't a good way to start. Pity you couldn't teach him a lesson. It's overdue. But anyway, tell me, what brought you here? Just where exactly from Nerim are you from? I'm curious. That's why I asked. Yeah, I know what you mean. You know, this is precisely why I find it so interesting that so many people accuse us Chileans of being greedy or dishonorable. I mean, just take a look around. Are the other nations of the civilized world really so much better? We've got Nerim, which was recently split into 3 and devastated by 3 madmen. I don't need to tell you about that. Then there's Kira, with its fabled free thinking in universities. But every 2 weeks, there's a new attempt at revolution with at least 3 dozen corpses. And don't get me started on Arctwind, Arazale, or this place. What I'm trying to say is, yes, there's poverty on the Blue Islands, on Chile, and yes, there are problems. But we are free. Neither Moralen nor the Elder Council tell us what to do, and no matter how dire the circumstances you're born into, life is what you make of it. So it's basically the opposite of this excuse for a country. Anybody can become rich, famous, or, if they want to, live an eremite's life on the beach. As long as they can go through with it. Then sure, there are exceptions. But in my experience, those who never made it brought it on themselves. I know. That's why you're different from the rest of the people here. You know, I know what it means to have to fight for something. Unlike that snot DeLorean, I wasn't born with a bag of gold stuffed up my ass. But instead of wallowing in self-pity or listening to the priests talk about how everything gets better once you're dead, I took responsibility for my own fate. If a dust-sniffing loser as a father and a clump-footed, half-witted brother qualify as not exactly noble, then yes. I don't want to talk about it. Was. Merciful as the gods were, they blessed him with a deadly fever at the age of 10. Probably better that way. An addict and a failure. Do you know the kind of person who does nothing all day long but whine about how unfair the world is? Take that and throw in 2 sacks of droge and there you have him. Jaran Onelis, my esteemed creator and one of the reasons I spent most of my childhood eating dust and insects for breakfast. It was. I have, and I'm only getting started. You should see them, all these losers who I grew up with. Yes, they were dealt a tough hand, but instead of grabbing fate at its throat, they just went through their lives with their heads bowed and nodding at everyone. I'll never understand how people can be that way. Anyway, let's not go further into this. I'd say we make a cut here, shall we? It's late and I should see how my crew is doing. It was a pleasure, Protector. Until next time.
Huh?
Hello.
Friend?
In the shackles of lust. Presented by the poets.
Some shifts never end.
Well, there comes a point when you just have to live with it.
Can I help you?
Mm-hmm.
Yes? Yes? She? Oh, wonderful. That changes a lot. Not if they understand the meaning of responsibility and discipline. And unfortunately, that's not the norm. Now you'll get your pay. Go talk to Penny Pouches. I will contact you if your services are needed once again, which will most likely be very soon. Farewell. There's one more thing. This Dijam. What's your take on her? Most Kalayans are, as long as it serves their ends. Now go. You'll hear from me.
Walk blessed.
Oh, of course. Your pay for having a chit-chat with that woman. Here, I think that is more than enough. Well, are you the eager one? Does all that money whet your appetite? But no, not at the moment. Oh, hang on. You know a thing or two about beating up people, don't you? Well, there might be something. Landlord Boric recently complained about rats in his granary, and we agreed to send him a ratter That would be a job for you, wouldn't it? South from Borik's farm.
Meister
You
Penny
just
Pouches?
have to...
Guildmaster DeLorean sent me. It's about this new protector. Do you know where he is? Oh, of course, sorry. It's just... I didn't know what you looked like. Master DeLorean wishes to see you, my sir. At once, he said. It seemed to be something important.
Why? What's this about? The caravan?
Forgive me, my sir, but I don't know. Master DeLorean asked explicitly for the new protector.
Uh-huh. Then it seems someone else has to take care of the rats. Off you go. The Guildmaster doesn't like to be kept waiting.
As I said, without samples, I just can't say, my sir. I am sorry.
I understand. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. I'm sorry I don't have better news.
There you are. Thank you for coming so quickly. Look for yourself. Rodus Trevian. I still remember when he was first hired in the trading post. Similar to the way you were. Do you remember him? He led the caravan that was ambushed by those assassins. Rodus was an urchin child from the Undercity. But unlike the others, he chose to fight his way out of his misery. Eventually, he made it into the Sickle. He was a disciplined, honest young man. Yet despite all his ambition, he never sought to surpass his path. He was a good person, always striving, yet with deep respect for tradition. There aren't many young people like that these days. I still remember when I granted him the Sickles badge, 4 winters ago. He was so proud. I know it was you that brought it back to the trading post. I think it would have meant a lot to him, knowing that it isn't rotting somewhere in the desert sands. Suffice it to say, there has been a disquieting development. We've found traces of poison in some of the corpses. Traces of Chilean poison. The petrified are sellswords, pathless and despicable people. But in the end, they are weapons, tools. So the question we have to ask ourselves is, who sent them? You say that so lightly. I think it's about time you learn the whole truth about this cooperation between us and the Chileans. The reason the Blue Island Coalition is here is a bargain. Have you ever heard of the Green Scarabaeus, the idol of Morala? The goddess of Kile, yes. The Scarabaeus is made of a very rare gem that makes it one of the most valuable jewels in the civilized world. Well, as you might have figured, it was originally a Chilean who possessed it. Ralius Davul, to be precise, the founder of the Blue Island Coalition himself, and at that time, one of the richest men on Vin. Yes, I will spare you the details of how that came to be, but be assured that it was the result of hard and path-abiding work, something that is foreign to those dark-skinned cutthroats. However, the Blue Island Coalition contacted us about 6 moons ago, shortly after the Chilean Civil War was over. They want to buy the idol from us. A big one. Let's leave it at that. It is. To be honest, if circumstances were different, I would have never agreed. The fact that the Chileans, in all their greed, were forced to sell the symbol of their own goddess is almost an allegory for the way of living. But I suppose you also know that our country, Enderal, has seen better times. And of course, all those unfortunate developments in the past years have affected the sickle too. And before you ask, it is not as if we have to fear for our existence. But there are certain expenses we simply have to cover. In other words, we need the money. Yes. Have you ever been to the Undercity? The house of the apothecari? The pest house, as it is lovingly called. The sickle maintains it. And with the current economical situation, we might be forced to shut it down soon. We do our duty. That the sickle respects the righteous path is not just some dull phrase. And from this day, this land shall be your new home, and the threads of which Enderal's future shall be woven rest in your hands. Book 12, verse 93. Being of righteous path also means taking responsibility for society as a whole. Rhoda certainly helped me see the Undercity with different eyes, yes. But that's not all. Yes. You are. It was foolish. But we thought a regular caravan would be less likely to draw attention. It was a mistake. I'm responsible for many good men and women that are now dead, including Rhodas. But be that as it may, we owe it to them to find the one who did this. And if the Blue Island Coalition really is behind it, then... You're right, but we have to be sure. Correct. We have to reconstruct the poison, and that's why I need you. It's called Dural Van, and it's made of 3 substances: Netherland thistles, dust maggot stingers, and dawnflower extract. According to the apothecarius, the thistles can be found in Golden Forest, and the stingers anywhere in the Powder Desert. Dawnflowers don't grow in Enderal, so you might have to try your luck with one of the traveling merchants in Duneville. Here, this should cover your expenses. And you have my word. If you help the sickle in this matter, your reward will be generous. That's an admirable attitude. Here's a list of the ingredients. This should be self-evident, but still. Not a single word to the Chileans, understood? Rash accusations without any evidence to back it up could prove, disastrous. Good luck, Protector. What about him? My relationship? What do you mean by that? Substitute son? By the righteous path, you say what is on your mind, I'll give you that. But truth be told, it's a welcome change from all those bootlickers who I usually deal with. Rhodas, You know, if I take a look at this world as it is these days, I see so many things going wrong. Hardly anyone still respects the righteous path, save for the usual verbiage. And for some reason, they all believe they deserve a good life without having to work for it. When I grew up, it was different. Yes, I was born a sublime, but I grew up knowing that our entire life is a trial. Walking the righteous path It is a struggle, and it requires effort and discipline. Rhodus saw that. He kept on going despite his fate. In a way, he was the living proof that virtue and true path abidingness are not tied to condition, so to speak. But that doesn't mean I treated him any differently, and he would not have expected me to either. Whoever hired these sellswords will pay, no matter the price.
They just sit on their asses and have things set up. Themselves. Idiots.
Can I help you?
They always go too easy on this gun.
Yes?
Watch yourself out there. The sandstorms can get real ugly.
Of a soul.
Dawnflower extract? Yes, I do indeed.
It's a rarity these days, however. 110 pennies a vial. No negotiating. Perfect. A pleasure to do business with you.
To the world, for everyone who entered never walked back on the road.
Walk blessed, friend. Where are you headed?
this holy city.
You're not from here,
Many
are
of you may have heard it.
I heard you talk.
There's
Walk blessed,
Now
my
look
son.
at that. If it isn't my new friend. What brings you here? Have you also been granted an audience by the most pleasant living person in the civilized world? Well, certainly not the fabled king of old Aranath. But yes, after 3 days of keeping me waiting, the great DeLorean has finally deigned to see me. I suppose I should feel honored. What brings you here? More errands? Oh, really? Fill me in. Is that so? How mysterious. Nice to see, however, that your travels have brought you into warmer regions of this country, too. I miss the sun and beaches of Calais. I really do. We all have our secrets, don't we? Now, off you go to your master. I've heard he doesn't like his pets to keep him waiting.
What bless it, my sir?
Yes? Wonderful. I've not been idle in the meantime either. Another protector provided me with some information on this Dijon. And as little as I like to say this, the odds that the Calayans really are behind the ambush get more likely by the minute. As I said, we need to be sure. First, we need to wait for the report from the apothecarius. Then...
You miserable, two-faced bastard! Don't you have any respect?
I could ask you the same thing.
Have I heard correctly that you seriously believe we had something to do with the ambush on your caravan?
What I believe is that there have been a series of peculiar coincidences, which we are investigating. No more, no less.
Peculiar coincidences. I see. As peculiar as the fact that you coincidentally forgot to inform us that the Scarabaeus has been stolen by a bunch of bandits?
Leave. Now.
The Blue Islands Coalition will learn of this accusation. Be sure of that. And you. You are no better. Bloody liars, all of you.
Irreverent wench. She must have eavesdropped. Calayans like to do that. How does the saying go? Those who've lost the path shout the loudest. If there were nothing to our assumptions, she would have stayed calm. But still, we need to know for certain. The question is when. I assume Onalis will contact them by letter. But even if she hires a Myrid courier to carry it, it will be days until the Calayans get it. Until then, we won't know for sure. Here's your pay. You will hear from me once there's news.
The light fades away at the end of the day.
Yes?
Dum-dum.
My sir, I have a letter for you. A young woman, but I don't know her name. I'm sorry. Now excuse me, I have another delivery. Walk blessed.
Now where? did I put that?
Can I help you?
Just what a weary traveler needs.
Hungry for art?
Yes?
Been here, my son. Please don't
What?
So, you came. I was already starting to wonder if that courier simply took off with the money. That would just perfectly round off my experience in this wonderful country. Take a seat and treat yourself. Drinks are on me. So... Let's cut to the chase. I want you to help me find the green Scarabaeus, the idol of Morala. And yes, I know we had our differences. Sorry for what I said to you back there in the sickle, but I was just so angry at that arrogant old fool of a guildmaster. You were only following your orders, and I understand why you didn't tell me what was going on. In any case, the fact that the Scarabaeus has been stolen nullifies any potential business we could have done with the golden sickle. Simply put, there's no longer any reason for us to put up with Deloran and his complicated character.
The light fades away at the end of the day. Ta-dum-dum.
Oh yes, Chilean poison. The ingredients of which you could find here on Enderal in less than 2 days. So no, we didn't have anything to do with that ambush. Seriously, friend. If you were planning on maliciously murdering someone, would your plan include using his blood to smear your name all over his body? Come on. Even someone as prejudiced against us as Deloran should have seen the absurdity of it. Simply put, yes. But before you say anything, know that I have found out something else that changes the situation entirely. Deloran is holding something back from you. Something vital. Before I tell you what it is, however, I want your promise that you will help me. I'm not asking you to betray anyone. Believe me, you're one of the few reasonable people around here, and helping me is the right thing to do. Please, I'm not making this up. I will tell you all I know once you've given me your promise. 2 things. Firstly, you will string Deloran along. He must not learn about our agreement until the very end. Just ignore his appeals. Secondly, from now on, the 2 of us will work together. In every way. By the name of the sun, don't be so theatrical. I'm not asking you to poison his food or kill his kittens, but simply to help me. And believe me, you know nothing about this man. Think it over. Your choice.
Eternally tormented in agony and pain, their suffering.
Well, well. The venerable Sunchild graces us with its presence. Come to
Walk blessed.
Yes?
Huh? Can I help you?
We will keep an eye on her. Thank you for your help, my Sir DeLorean. May your path always be even.
And yours. Good of you to come by. I was just about to send a messenger. There's news. What? That snake isn't above anything, is she? Thank you for remaining loyal. I expected no less. We recently received a letter from an internal source within the Blue Islands Coalition itself. One of O'Neillis's men, it seems. And we were right. The Blue Island Coalition was behind the attack. They planned to steal the Scarabaeus and put the blame on us so they could leave without paying a single penny for it. I haven't told you that yet, have I? We were right. It was Chilean poison. And yes, theoretically the assassins could have brewed it here in Enderal themselves. But to do that they would have needed money for the ingredients, and a skilled alchemist. Both of which are very costly. Someone who brought the poison over from Chile, however, that's much more likely. He wanted to keep his identity a secret for understandable reasons, but he knew things an outsider couldn't possibly have known, including details about the Sickle's correspondence with the Chileans about the trade. If it really was someone else, then yes. But by Malphas, I swear, if we find irrefutable proof that these dressed-up cutthroats really are behind all this, they will hang for it, I swear it. This is about more than the Scarabaeus. Weaving an intrigue like this, these pathless bastards spit on everything the civilized world and the Lightborn stand for. I will not accept that. Find proof we can show to the guard. They will take care of the rest. Our informant said something else in his letter. There's a small cave just on the outskirts of Ark, and an exchange is supposed to take place there very soon. The Scarabaeus. The guard is already informed, but it would be foolish to send a troop of armed soldiers into that cave. They would see them coming. We have to proceed cautiously, and that makes you the perfect candidate for this. Go to the cave and scout it out. Look for hard evidence. Anything that tells us when they plan to do the exchange. Here, this is where the cave should be located. Now go, and be careful.
Oh, hello. I haven't seen you around here before. Just take a look around and tell me if you see